Welcome to Themed Riot Podcast.
It's your Tuesday edition.
Fundraiser happening. Please give RadioU.com. Click on donate. You're done.
We'll have new stuff once the Radio U Fall fundraiser is over. So if you listen to the podcast and have never supported and didn't realize that's how the podcast stays here, maybe take some time and help donate.
Today in the podcast, Nikki is gone. And so Tim from House of Heroes is a guest host in one of these bits.
That's so great. You'll be able to hear old Tim from House of Heroes.
Us nearly getting kicked out at a pizza place and the pizza bubble. What is it? Well, you'll have to listen and find out.
So is this which one themed? Is this pizza you said?
Pizza themed.
Pizza themed.
Tomorrow's theme, bathroom.
I feel like it's Spirit Week.
It is.
We get to come up with our own things each day.
It's Spirit Week.
So pizza today. Bathrooms tomorrow.
It is the riot.
It's the Fall Fundraiser with Nikki.
She has emotions, but she's not comfortable expressing them.
It's the Fall Fundraiser with Obadiah.
I'd love it if you sent a suitcase full of singles.
It's the Fall Fundraiser on Radio U.
So I posted something on Instagram yesterday, and I want to talk about it. But first, I logged onto Facebook, which is where I dump my Instagram posts, and I saw they're like on this day thing.
What happened on this day?
Here's my post from 1 year ago today. You ready? One time, I volunteered to drive my grandma home from family Thanksgiving dinner because there was a 7-Eleven by her house, and I wanted a big gulp.
I remember that. Well, those are good memories. Sad memories, but good.
I did that because they had Diet Cherry Vanilla Dr. Pepper at that 7-Eleven, and I wanted it, and she wanted to go home, and I was like, I'll take you. And you're like, you're such a good boy.
When
and I was like, I am.
Know deep down it was for other reasons.
I am such a good boy. I'm so nice.
Terrible.
Oh, my gosh. Good times, good times. But yesterday, I got a pizza, and I went to Domino's, which I think we all can admit is like you're almost at the bottom of the barrel.
Oh, no, there's others.
I mean, Little Caesars is just
that's I think, the convenience and the price factor is...
You're just eating pizza off the bottom of the barrel.
The floor?
That's where you're at. It's the floor of the barrel. That's what your Little Caesars is. Domino's is like, well, at least we're not that. So that's something. But I got a pizza from Domino's yesterday that was exquisite.
Yeah, the picture looks amazing.
I don't know that I have ever had them create a pizza for me that was as good as what they made last night.
Most of the time, they're not always as consistent as is a problem.
Oh, yeah.
I think outside of McDonald's, most places have a consistency issue. McDonald's is just all one anytime you go to any place.
The Domino's by my house... No.
Rolling the dice?
No. Total dice roll. So where were we, right? It had, this one piece had a pizza bubble on it. You know, the dough bubble? And I wanted to know where people fell on the dough bubble thing. Like, you know, are you pro bubble? Are you anti bubble?
Is it safe to say?
Or are you on the bubble?
Are you on the bubble?
Because you're just not really sure?
Are you with some of the bubble's beliefs and systems, but maybe not for other parts of the bubble?
Yeah. You know what? I feel like maybe this is probably a whole discussion. I'll put it on our Facebook page if you feel like you want to join the conversation about the bubble.
I swear to you, I love the bubble.
You're in?
Oh, yeah. I pick the piece. The best I found is if you go to Costco and order it at the window, you can buy like a large pizza, but I feel like the ones you take home never have the same bubble ratio or whatever.
Probably not.
And man, I pick the piece and I always like, could I have the one with the bubble?
Can I have the bubble piece?
And I just love it because then it just poofs out and the air comes out and it's that hot oven air and it's just delicious. And I like dough, so.
Kelly, I see that text. It says no bubbles.
Kelly, what's wrong with you?
You know what,
Kelly,
okay.
You don't know.
Here's the thing is I do go in for the bubble.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make any sense. Because if you think about it, what the bubble does is it's just air. It's
dough.
No,
it's dough air. Dough, hello.
Hello.
That's what we like.
No, I do too. But like, you're not getting with the bubble. You're not getting any more dough. In fact, you're just getting less toppings.
I don't care about the toppings. I'm only in for pizza for the bread.
You just want the bread?
Yes.
Then why even order
Warm
pizza?
Bread. I can sometimes just get breadsticks.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's it for dinner?
Sometimes I don't want the toppings.
Julia says she loves the bubble. Thanks.
Thank you, Julia. I knew you were a great listener. I knew it. I knew you were.
You're the best texter. Oh, my gosh.
You are the best. You get the award today.
Tommy says pizza is pizza is pizza. Well,
True. That's deep.
You know what? That right there, that's an open-armed, open-hand gesture
Anyone
right there.
and everyone.
I get that. But, with me, I'll tell you, last night I didn't eat the bubble. It was a weird moment.
I knew I didn't want to come to work today with you.
You're
a bad person.
Terrible person. Like, that's established. One time I took my grandma home just because I wanted a soda.
I knew you were bad. All right. Well, now we could use some pizza.
Bill says that bubbles are a waste of perfectly good pizza space. Now,
It's
Bill,
not.
I don't think that's a
sweeping
step too
statement.
far.
That is.
That is a step too far.
Man, it's just delicious. See that?
See how choked up I am? You know what's interesting, though? I think the bubble piece might right now be in the fridge here in the building because...
You can't bring it back to life, though.
I'll tell you what. You can rejuvenate a pizza in the oven.
If you put it in the oven, yes. Yeah. You got to give yourself some time.
I'm not microwaving it.
No, but it's not the same.
I'm not a barbarian.
It's not the same.
It's the Fall Fundraiser with Obadiah.
If you want to eat garbage, balloon up to 600 pounds, and die of a heart attack at 43, you can. You are free to do so. To me, that's beautiful.
It's the Fall Fundraiser with Nikki.
You are about to get a free lesson. Only this free lesson is going to cost you.
It's the Fall Fundraiser on Radio U.
Man, you talk about pizza bubbles and the world blows up.
Look, everybody has an opinion about this one.
So many people have texted about the pizza bubble. All right, so let's get into this. We've got, I don't have a name on this one, but Mark said, we always, there it is. There's the name, Mark. We always called the bubble a wart.
Mark.
I'm not a fan of the wart.
But...
Man, do you see right there how you immediately went negative?
It's divided.
He immediately went negative.
I'm not finding a lot of middle-of-the-road pizza bubble people. It's just like you either hate it or you love it.
Well, in fairness, if I said to you, like, hey, do you want a wart on your pizza? So he says seeing the bubble as a wart changes your perspective
on it, for sure.
Let's see. Crystal says, somehow we end up with 5 pizzas and a side, but hey, that's breakfast the next day, #fat kids. Oh, she also said that Domino's stepped up their game with their 2 $5.99 medium pizza deal.
Well, that's how you end up with a lot of pizza from all these companies.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, do you want 5 pizzas? You're like, all right, I guess.
Olivia says, this is Olivia, and pizza bubbles take away from the glorious cheese and toppings. But if I'm hungry enough, I don't care. I'll eat it.
Don't think of it as taking it away. Just think of it as a pause to appreciate then when you get back to the cheese part, if that's your favorite.
It's a deep breath before the plunge. So let's see. Here we go. Aaron says, I used to work at Domino's, and the bubble was considered bad. It meant the dough wasn't kneaded properly.
Oh, they made a mistake or something?
But Aaron, you're saying that the dough wasn't kneaded, and Nikki's saying the only thing she needs is the dough.
The air bubble.
So, what do you say to that?
Man, you worked at a pizza place. How often would you eat pizza?
Oh, it would kill it for you.
Is it free?
Is it?
If you worked there, if you made your own, like if you did the work.
Oh, man, sometimes it would be one of those.
Oh, did you see Brian right there? Brian, that's innovative.
Brian says,
way to go.
I would rip a hole in the bubble and pour sauce in it.
Brian!
I'll tell you who sounds fat.
#fat kids.
And that came from Crystal. We can't take
credit for that. Brian, way to go. You're seeing a potential problem if you don't like the air bubble, and you're making some ground on that.
Another option is, I don't do this very often because it always makes me sick, but it's so good. The little, like garlic cheese dipping sauce. What if you just surgical slice? I'm talking really sharp knife. You slice that bubble open, you pour a little in there, and then you shake it up so it coats the inside of the bubble.
It. Nice.
Just a coating, not completely full.
Don't go crazy.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Sounds good, doctor.
Well, sir, I am a surgeon.
You are.
Pizza only.
You are.
I specialize in bubbles.
It dies, and you're like, no.
Get it in the oven. I lost a pizza today. It's a hard day.
It's a hard day.
Bridget texted in. She says the bubble is like pizza-flavored air.
Aaron texted back. He was the one who worked there, said he'd get free pizza, but he got tired of it.
Of course you got tired of it. This one time in junior high, I don't know how we managed this, but we managed to have pizza every day for a week.
Yeah.
It's like 5, might have been 6 days, and I never thought, but like on the 6th day,
You were tired of it?
I rested.
You got to vary it up. I mean, that problem is you're just having the same pizza every day.
Yeah, Aaron, what about their honey barbecue chicken bites?
Or no, that's when you go
Those are hand breaded from fresh filet chicken, I'm sure.
No. And that's when you take your
about?
pizza and you trade it with other places, for your food or other pizza.
I had a friend that used to do that. They would call, every night they called different restaurants and they would do
You go
food
do the swap.
Yeah. So, they can't get your food right, but they're swapping with McDonald's for their pizza. It's cool.
Well, can I just say, guys, it's been a pleasure to talk about pizza with you. It's just been a joy to see your thoughts on it and the air bubble and if you like it for the pizza or not.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I've been so busy texting you all back. I haven't gotten it on our Facebook page yet, but I will.
That'll go up at Radio U Riot, which is our Facebook page. Please make sure to like us while you're there. We like that.
Kelly says next week, tacos.
Yeah, we'll do it on Tuesday.
Oh my gosh, a Taco Tuesday
Let's
discussion?
talk about tacos on Tuesday.
Perfect.
Set a reminder.
Let's set a reminder and still forget.
In a recent non-scientific study, it was proven that people that give to Radio U are way cooler than people who don't. You can't argue with science. Give now at radiou.com or call 877-2-RADIO-U. It's the Fall Fundraiser.
It is the Riot. Wait, Tim, this should sound familiar to you.
Wait, what is that?
We use you for bumper music, dude.
That's what that's called, bumper music?
Actually, you know what? Like around here, we probably wouldn't call it that. We would call it a bed. But if you would go into talk radio, they would call that bumper music because that's the music. When they come back from a break, they play bumper music.
Okay.
And so I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't think I've ever called it that. Except for this very moment. That may be the first time that I've called it that. Yeah.
I think it's bumper cars music. That's what I think.
I could definitely mess some people up to that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you. So Tim is here from House of Heroes. Nikki is on vacation for a couple days. Can you call 2 days off of vacation? I don't know. It doesn't seem quite long enough. But she's out of town. She's going to Chicago. She's going to see Conan. She's going to eat Giordano's pizza. Well, maybe she won't because she doesn't eat cheese. I don't know. But she'll probably be near Giordano's, which that's enough to just think about that for a while. Giordano's, dude.
I can't say that I've ever had the pleasure of Giordano's pizza.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Really?
Is that good?
Have you ever had Chicago-style pizza?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but where have you had it?
Pizzeria Uno, right?
No. You know what, dude? I actually almost said, except for Uno.
Right,
that does not count.
Yeah.
Anywhere?
I had it in Chicago once. We were, somewhere in Chicago. I don't know
Gino's? Well, see, now here's the thing. It tells me right away that it couldn't have been that good.
No.
Because you can't tell me where you had it.
Right.
See, right. That's the problem. If you would go to Giordano's in Chicago, they have got, and I kid you not, like, you know how big a block of Velveeta is?
Oh, yeah.
Imagine about 3/4 of a Velveeta. Like deep dish pizza here, like deep dish pizza everywhere else in the world, like a Chicago style. It's all bread, and it's bread with like this tiny little piece of cheese on it.
Right.
If you would swap it and say the cheese is what you would think the bread should be, and then the cheese you normally get, that's their bread. So it's like this crust that is, it's not that the crust is non-existent. It's there, but it is a huge block of real cheese. And then a huge, like, they put on the sauce. And, the best way I can say it is this. I went with somebody. There's Giordano's and then there's Gino's, and both of which are very good. Nikki prefers Giordano's. For me, it's kind of a toss-up. Okay. But I will tell you that when you get it, I went with a friend of mine the last time we were in Chicago, and he was like, well, we'll just get a medium. And I was like, dude, we have not eaten all day. Like, whatever. You want to go into this place and order a medium pizza. Right. Like, are you out of your mind? I'm starving. He's like, no. And I said, fine, you order a medium, I'll order a medium. That way we'll both have enough pizza. And he just kind of like let it go, whatever. They brought it out. I ate a piece and a couple bites of another piece, and I was done. It was
really?
Like, I can't eat anymore. It's too much. First off, it's amazing, but it's obviously very filling.
Yeah.
And obviously just all kinds of awesome.
Yeah,
quite frankly, like all kinds of awesome. It's so good.
Okay, so wait.
good.
Giordano's versus Geno's. Is this the type of thing that would be on that show on the Travel Channel where
Man
they have
versus Food?
No. There's another one where they have two battling. Like in Buffalo, they have the two bars that are most noted for wings.
Oh,
Buffalo
right,
wings,
right. Probably. Like, I could see that. Like, it's funny. I don't hear people talk about Geno's very much anymore. I assume it's
really?
still there. When I went to Geno's, it was inside the old Planet Hollywood. They had moved in there, and they were serving their pizza. And, man, it was amazing. And the place was packed. Now, I've never eaten Giordano's in-house. What we did was for Nikki's birthday a couple years ago, I got her a Giordano's pizza. They will ship it to you. Next day air, packed in dry ice, and you bake it yourself.
Oh, no.
And so for 2 of Nikki's birthdays, I have served up Giordano's pizza in the studio.
That's
and
awesome.
It's amazing. Now, I will tell you that is easily the most expensive pizza I've ever bought. Because, you go to Giordano's, and it's basically the price of what I would say a premium pizza. You're going to pay somewhere between $10 and $14 for a pizza, whereas I think it cost me $40 to have it shipped out. It was more to ship it than it was for the pizza itself.
Wow.
But Nikki had a very happy birthday that year.
Well, that's good, man.
So in
Can't
the
put
end,
a price on that.
That's what it's about. That was the year that the pony was supposed to come in and didn't make it. So you know how birthdays are, dude. Look, up in a few minutes, I do have some Chicago-related stuff that I just hope Nikki can set some people straight out there,
You don't want to spend your entire life not knowing what it's like to wear a Radio U beanie. Learn the easy way by becoming a Team Radio U starter and giving $12.50 a month during the fall fundraiser. We'll send you a beanie, and you can experience the satisfaction of knowing it's the fall fundraiser on Radio U.
I have a problem with my mouth. I talk. It's a problem. And here's the other thing, too.
Well, it's your profession, but that can also be a problem.
It's a problem when I'm getting to know a new person. I talk just way too much, which is why I probably, I have fewer friends as the years wind on. Because people are just when I first meet somebody, they're like, gosh, this guy talks too much.
Well, it's also a problem, especially if you're around shy people or someone who won't fill in the silence, because we surely will.
We'll fill the
We'll be happy to fill it.
So it's kind of a problem. And, man, it was on display yesterday because what happens is I begin to get into what I would probably refer to as the zone. I get in this spot where, dude, my mouth just, it's like my brain and my mouth, the best way I can explain it is there's just this lock that happens, and all of a sudden I'm zing, 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 zing. I'm not saying it's all funny. I'm just saying it's all happening, it's happening. And I got in that spot yesterday at about 10 o'clock.
You get stuck there?
Maybe it was about 10:30. We were doing some work for TVU, and it's actually a good thing when I'm doing on-air work, whether it's on radio or TV. This is a good thing. This is part of why I do what I do. When I get in that, let's do it. That's funny. Save that. Let's work it. Let's keep whatever. But here's the thing. I sometimes don't realize it or whatever, and I can't shut it off. And that's the worst problem, because then it's oh, dude, bad. And
did I hear your lunch was bad?
It had definitely yesterday. So we go out, a bunch of us from Radio U and TVU, and we go to lunch. We go to a pizza buffet, and we love going to this one pizza buffet because, number one, they have great pizza. And number two, you go in there and sit down, and they always have Fox News on. And just so you know, this is not just a Fox News thing. It wouldn't matter what network we were watching. Yeah, we would be making fun of it. But we love to go in there and watch Fox News and make fun of it, because for Fox News, everything's a news alert. So it's news alert. Lawn being cut in Vermont. It's everything. And so we're in there, and we go in, and it's really quiet. And so we were kind of quiet at first, but then when we started,
Oh, you warm up.
That's exactly right. Then once we started to get comfortable with the silence, we began filling it. And so then it was really funny. We were right in the middle of lunch, and all of a sudden I stopped and I got real quiet, and I was like, and I was like, somebody in this room listens to the Riot. They know who we are, and they're going to go back and tell people what terrible people we are. That's it's gonna happen. It will happen. And so I was quiet for a while, and then it got really loud again. So then when we got up to leave, I'm standing outside. I'm just like, dude, we were way too loud. And Chris walks out, and he's like, do you know that I could see visible signs of relief on people's faces when we walked out of the building?
You guys were that bad?
He was like, I could tell people were so glad that we left.
Why was everybody just in that mood? Just blowing off steam?
You mean them or us?
You. All of you guys.
No. We were having fun.
But you can't have that much fun or at least be that loud.
We were having a blast. Like, we were having an absolute blast. You know what's funny is the people probably thought we were a little lit, if you know, but it was like, no. This is just the way we are all the time. Yeah, we were having a great time. And thereby ruining the fun of everyone else that was just trying to enjoy their lunch.
That's truly a sign of a great lunch. As long as you ruin it for everybody else, you know you've done your job.
If the rest of the restaurant's miserable and you're having a great time, it's working. It's working. So my apologies to anyone that ever sees me outside the radio station. Listen, this is only part of who I am. There's this other part of me that is loving and kind and genuinely cares about other people. And then there's my mouth. And sometimes that loving, caring, kind, I care about people, that's not the part that gets hooked up to my mouth. There's a line that runs to the bitter, cynical, I'm having a good time part of me. And man, when those two get together, it's like, man, look out. They should put me like in a room or something.
That's why you should sit in the back party room. I've told you this.
They don't have one at this pizza buffet.
You this.
Dang it.
Go into the back.
It's the Riot.
This was the worst of the Riot, and we'd like to congratulate you on having the stomach to stick around to the very end. The Riot exists because Radio U exists, and Radio U only exists because of your support. Find out more and give now at radiou.com/donate.